Right. Hello everyone, I am here ready to do some Mass Effect. Sorry, he's freaking me out every time that I'm restream things. Suddenly decides to show my status as offline, even though I'm still streaming. He's saying this thing. As I say, I'm ready to do some Mass Effect 3 Late Edition modded streaming tonight. Now, yeah. I think time has finally come for me to get started on the Rannoch chapter of the game. And I'm not entirely pleased about the fact that the Quarians are going to be entirely normal for this, but there's nothing I can really do about it. And I have been warning about this for a good few parts of this. So, yeah. It would hopefully be expected that during this, the Quarians will be entirely normal, unfortunately. Them blaming on for this is just unfortunate that like my timing of getting to this point doesn't coincide, or doesn't is like a words. I am finding the words hard right now. It is unfortunate that yeah, my timing is my timing of doing this isn't really around the time of the Children Rannoch, of the third of Mass Effect 3's version of the Children Rannoch mod coming out. Whenever that does happen, I have no idea. I thought I might end up adding it later on in this series, and we'll actually get to check it out then, but unfortunately for now, not really gonna have a chance to. I understand the mod makers taking a lot of time for this. It's not a problem. But yeah. Just as a reminder again, it's just gonna be regular Quarians for this one, so yeah. Just so everyone knows. And it's not like it really matters that much, it's just a visual thing more than anything else. So it shouldn't be a problem. I know there's people really bothered about the inconsistency between like my streams here and streams from Mass Effect 1 and 2, where I had the Children Rannoch mod on. Well, again, there, well, again, it's kind of just have to deal with it. As I imagine odds are there's gonna be like several mods coming out. I'm gonna go with them. It's gonna be all about Tally. Probably like adding extra outfits or something, I don't know. When did it pass the mods maker to release it with a bunch of other stuff as well? I think that's what the previous two Children Rannoch mods have done. I imagine the third one would pretty much be the same way. And that's probably why it's taking so long. All that stuff is right out the gate too. Anyways, not gonna delay any longer on this. It's time to finally get into the Rannoch chapter, if I don't have any other side stuff to do, which I don't think I do. Apparently Dr. Chopboss wants to speak to me. I'm very certain I've already done everything with her, but I guess I'm gonna have to see. Let's jump into this, shall we? Oh, and if anyone's wondering why I got the Crimson Nyx avatar on for this, well, I kind of just figured, as the Omega DLC ended a lot sooner than I thought it would, I just continue using this avatar for a little bit longer, maybe. Get a bit more use out of it for these streams. Yes, why not? I'm sure that. I think at the same time I've also made sure that my shepherd was it looked a bit more bright off stream. Because he didn't quite look right, at least in my opinion. And I kind of just gave up and decided I was gonna do all the optimizing stuff off a pace off stream. I could do it a little bit, but I go. Anyways, yeah. Let's go pause the music. Let's go. Yeah, we'll see soon enough that it kept the
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
will Mass Effect 2 sort of look once every shepherd here. Right. Guess I figured that, yeah, but I figured I'd just keep it on for a little longer. Return fighting Reaper forces in the Anakin Bear was saved by the most unlikely ally, the ancient insect species known as the Rachni. It appears to have returned. We're in the ship bad, said Sergeant Cole. And low on ammo. All over this little outpost, at least 5,000 Reaper cannibals, husks, and even worse types clawing their way in. We should be dead. Ground starts shaking. Major starts screaming. The Rachni are coming. The Rachni are coming. Watching a funny blown fuse. Major Durand, a 15-year Alliance veteran, refused to disclose how she knew the Rachni were arriving, and that she was strangely relieved when they showed up. But the Gardanoth worried they would come for us, but they just tore into the Reaper troops. It was glorious. Then the platoon began shooting at the new arrivals. It like they didn't retaliate, she added. I don't know where they went or where they came from, but we owe them our lives. It's Grace Sato. And the shepherd wanted to say how in the I am to you, just for saving my life, but for giving me a greater sense of purpose. After ordeal securing the array based on Ontarum, I now know that I have something more than my technical expertise to offer. Grace Sato, System Technician, 3rd grade. And I meant to provide to look. Into the little souvenir of our adventures on Omega, Shepherd. Fittingly enough, the king sustained a crack. Oh yeah. But yeah, I think it looked like a chest set a cabinet.
Shepherd, remember our agreement? We'd open a bottle of cerise-sized brandy every year, and it's my turn to buy.
But it hasn't been a year yet.
Yes, well, something tells me we won't have the chance a few months from now, so... indulge my impatience.
Doctor, put that bottle in a safe place. We'll crack it open to celebrate our victory over the Reapers.
Admire your optimism, and I'll look forward to the day we can share it. Till then.
Oh yeah, I've also increased the glare on my shepherd's eyes a bit. Okay, yeah, completely forgot about that whole thing. Whatever Whoops. Oh, that's fine. It's just only great. No. What are the odds on the glow? I did full show his eyes here. I might turn it back down again just a little bit because I have had problems before where I've had to do glowing eyes on my shepherd, where if I do too much, then it's just it's like a lot of bloom or whatever that the bloom words. What back up a word? The bloom starts going a bit nuts and makes me know Shepherd's eyes, Shepherd's like glowing eyes just stop taking over everything a little bit. It's just hopefully I didn't do that. But odds are I might have done too much. If it does become a bit too much, I will try to rectify that as soon as I can. So, I am a 7, but what's it? Oh, right, I was remembering something. It's another moment. Now go to Omega. We've got like Omega hub sort of mold. I think I look around a little bit. If there is. Yeah, we're from Narin. There's other things.
You've got some nerve showing your face here. You better keep walking. Keep walking. Fuck off.
Hmm.
Did you know I've eaten worm before?
You've eaten what?
Eden Prime had these gigantic earthworms, 1 to 2 meters long. You had to dig them up, but they were pretty good with relish and buns.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms. Thank you for your patronage.
That's to get more from there. I remember that being a thing in I can even go in here. At least no one's around anymore. Which probably isn't too surprising.
Nothing to see here.
Ow. Ah.
An armor piercer in the stomach, see? So he's gotten me to a human doctor, and I say, I think the bullet caused hydrostatic shock. And he's like, how does this dumb lizard know that? Like it's some kind of secret. This idiot. I've been killing people with shotguns since before humans invented the damn things. So then he says to me, Krogan never had a space program. Back just before the nukes flew, we had one. You ever hear of the Miragon? It was so crude it had a heat shield made out of slow-burning Ganna's wood. I swear, wooden parts. Huh, we shut him up good. We then ran into some Krogan front who told them the story. We argue about which clan would have the quad to go up in a Miraga capsule. And when we refuse to back down, they draw guns. So we kill the mouthy ones. They nearly killed us!
There's more to that. Okay, I guess not. Right then. This is probably about it for this like little quick trip to Omega. I decided to do it quickly. I'll be off. But I have something flaming here. don't have anything going on in Mega Nebula, do I? I think I'm supposed to talk to FSH37, I don't know.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Appreciate you taking the time, Shepard. An honor.
Okay, now I've got an assignment where I can find the Rannoch. Harrison?
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Just gonna quickly go through some stuff that's won't take up too much of the beginning part of the stream, then I'll actually go on to Rannoch.
You're sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
All right, Talavi. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You won't thank me so much when you're eye-deep in husks.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay E24. Emergency civilian housing. Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
It shouldn't take too long.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Forces landed on a road in an attempt to retake the Volus homeworld from Reaper forces.
My wife just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to be shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander.
Spectre status recognized.
Yeah.
Heavy losses are mounting as human colonies Elysium, Tiptree, and Sue's Hollow are hit by
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Wards level, Purgatory. Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Excuse me. I recovered the rings of Elune. They're waiting in Bay D24.
That's wonderful. Thank you. My people will treat this miraculous find as a call to support their local hospitals.
Thanks for meeting me. I know things are crazy right now.
I got your email. You're gonna kill yourself.
Miranda and I certainly have a history. Doesn't mean it's not the right call.
I told you, just because you survive one suicide mission doesn't mean you get two.
You don't let anything get in the way of what you need to do. So, Shepard, how about we turn it around?
What would I do in your place? We're not fighting this war for ourselves. Do what you can to protect the scientists.
I can't just leave her behind.
Okay, I understand.
Really?
No, but sometimes friendship is about doing what's right for someone, even if you don't agree with it.
I appreciate that, Shepard. I'm just looking for a little understanding, I guess.
This thing you have to do. Good luck.
Cerberus forces have attacked the Turian colony of Avis.
With was it? What?
Be safe.
Who knows? The done with it. Alright.
Thanks for meeting me. I should take my supplies and get back.
In a surprise move, Batarian ships have fallen Batarian hegemony.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station. A poison tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this.
Position vacated by Council
Oh, yeah, so right.
Udina, who died assisting Cerberus in an attempted coup against them.
So yeah, might end up make a few things in the eyes again.
Spectre status recognized. One
I
moment.
just need to reduce the paint power, to be honest.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Just Caden and Liara.
Listen, I thought of something. No, it can't wait until I'm back on duty. The Hesperia period. Their statues had legendarily accurate Prothean inscriptions. Can we use that? Yes, I know the Athena Nebula is off limits, but this... a classified project. It needs all the Prothean intel we can find. I haven't found any reliable pictures, but just think. If those statues had something that could help us, even today...
Well, keep his area.
And C-Sec forces have killed the last invading forces.
Actually, I found a Caecilisaur skull preserved in amber. Maybe you could clone it, or...
You're kidding? You're kidding? Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could... We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh. Caecilisaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective.
Oh, great timing. I'll be right back, everyone. Unfortunately, I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I have a toilet break. Jeez. Let's get back into this. Because since that stuff won't take too long to do.
You want my security vids, bring me a warrant.
You're stonewalling me? Those vids could be vital to the war effort.
We're at war. If you care about the safety of the Citadel, you'll help CSEC however you can.
Thank you for that.
I have some high-profile customers. If word gets out that I'm ratting them out to CSEC.
You think I care about insider trading, electronic smuggling right now? I'm after the bastards who attacked the Citadel. Nobody else. You've got my word.
All right, just I hope it helps.
Surprised this place can still get supplies for a menu like this.
Maybe it's better if we don't ask how. Or where.
I'm glad we're taking the time to do this. I could use a sanity check.
Things have been pretty crazy.
You know, my life flashed in front of my eyes on Mars. And there weren't enough moments like this. With people I care about.
How are you feeling these days?
Feeling up to whatever the Reapers throw at me. And grateful that I convinced you to sit down for half a second and relax.
Yeah. I think it's a good time for us to have a heart-to-heart. What are you drinking?
If you're trying to butter me up, it might take a nice steak sandwich, too.
So?
Shot of whiskey and a good old Canadian lager. Think they have it?
More likely to have Batarian shard wine.
At my parents' place in Vancouver, drank more than a few beers on their balcony, looking over English Bay. Yeah. Beautiful view. You know what, though? I feel good about our chances.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lets me sleep better at night.
You not sleeping, Caden?
Maybe a little restless. Look, we didn't come here to talk about work.
Here's to that.
Let me tell you something that I'm thinking about.
Okay.
I'm not the kind of guy who's the life of the party, who has a lot of friends.
Really?
No, it's true. I mean, some people even find my, integrity annoying.
Really?
No, seriously, Okay, fine. Well, now you're messing with me. Okay, look. I just want you to know that I consider you a friend. Okay? A good one. Damn, this is way less awkward in my mind. Mostly, I guess I just wanted you to know that I admire you as a commander, and I value your friendship.
You're my brother, Caden.
I'm glad to be part of the crew.
What'd you call it? A sanity check?
Sanity check.
Cerberus forces have attacked the Turian colony of Aphis, but were repelled thanks to advanced warning from Alliance forces.
Her name is Tasha Poray.
Weshra? I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
I love this part of the Presidium. It reminds me of where I grew up.
Where's that?
Armali, back on Thessia. My mother and I lived beside a park. I spent hours there.
Doing what?
Reading, exploring, getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
You're kidding.
I was very young.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
No one else thought it was funny. Oh, the lecture my mother gave me. But she did buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
What was she like?
She was confident and kind. She loved to wear yellow.
I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
You'll be okay, Liara.
Maybe you're right. Thank you, Shepard. I feel better. I wish we could spend more time together like this. Just friends.
It'd be nice. And who knows? Maybe you'll settle down after this.
You don't really see me going into civilian life, do you?
No. But I guess that's one more reason we should keep in touch.
Someone to share a few secrets with now and then?
You got it.
Placement has been selected for the position vacated by Council Heavy losses are mounting as human colonies Elysium, Tiptree, and Zeus
And to go back to Normandy. And actually go on with the Rannoch stuff. Yeah, and a few more side things show up, but... well, 10 days later. No, at the time limit on them. Okay, what was supposed to do there?
I found something.
Hello.
Commander Shepard, a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
After we attempted to kill them.
We didn't try to kill them, Chorus. We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
No, it was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
Don't bother. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system, when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win, we're...
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy's stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes. Cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Talizora Vas Normandy, reporting for duty.
Glad you could make it, Tally. Admirals, already a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Admiral?
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
You've had your own troubles. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So why help them?
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here safely, Tally.
Thanks, Shepard. And just so you know, I need to keep things strictly business in front of the admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
Sure thing.
I'm ready to hit that dreadnought whenever you are.
Here we go.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
My cyber warfare suite has accessed their docking protocols.
Alright, once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. Tally's our expert on Geth software. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Good to have you back, Tally. And maybe with another Dextro aboard, they'll get better Turian food.
As long as it's sterilized.
Dr. Michelle did get me some Dextro Amino chocolate. You're welcome to it once we're back.
She got you Turian chocolate?
She said she saw it and thought of me. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Shepard, there's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured. I see the free one. Pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here. You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute.
Oh yeah, this sequence. Probably best have looked this direction. Actually, no, it probably isn't.
No wonder the Quarians were having trouble. That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Tally, you're gonna like the view.
Better than a vid?
Much.
Shepard.
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
The Dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Till then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Geth are just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Tally to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on. I'm inside. I've got gravity again.
Great. I'm looking for... Got it. There should be a hull breach not far from your position. The nearest undamaged docking tube is on the other side.
Think I found that hull breach you mentioned.
Admiral Geralt tried a frontal assault. We lost 6 frigates. That tiny hole was the only
wouldn't call it tiny. Not the way you'd have done it?
No, he was too aggressive. I argued, but as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet, it was ultimately his decision.
What about the other admirals?
Zen backed the invasion, largely as a chance to test her toys. Ron gave provisional support.
Oh, dang it.
I've got gravity again.
Great. I'm looking for... Got it. There should be a hull breach not far from your position. The nearest undamaged docking tube is on the other side.
Think I found that hull breach you mentioned.
Admiral Geralt tried a frontal assault. We lost 6 frigates. That tiny hole was the only damage we did.
I wouldn't call it tiny. Not the way you'd have done it?
No, he was too aggressive. I argued, but as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet, it was ultimately his decision.
What about the other admirals?
Zen backed the invasion, largely as a chance to test her toys. Ron gave provisional support. Only Chorus opposed the war with me, and he was right. We could lose the whole fleet, Shepard.
We'll get your people out of here safely. I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
Got it. You're clear to board.
See any action?
All quiet so far. They haven't detected us yet.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
Oh, yeah.
Looks impressive.
It's Admiral Zen's design. It transmits an energy pulse on contact that disrupts shields and synthetics.
That'll be handy.
How come I don't get a new gun?
Couldn't find one in your size.
I've never actually heard that dialogue before. It's quite funny.
So where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Where's the closest one?
Past their defense network and through a sensor cluster. Oh, vents. Always the vents.
Hey, you did fine at the collector base.
I got set on fire!
Guardian anti-fighter lasers. Looks like they're using ultraviolet frequencies, like the Solarians.
Expensive. But it gives them an edge in close combat, though.
When the fleet rushed the Dreadnought, those lasers carved right through our ships.
Come on, let's get to the op center before they lose more.
Watch out! Geth incoming!
sharp! More on the way!
I don't hear an alarm!
They're Geth. They send alert to every unit on this ship. We need to get to the operations center before they box us in. On it. Right away. Network intelligence. As we kill them, their attacks become more aggressive.
Disable their shields.
And don't give them time to recharge.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
No. Anything we do here, the Geth could counter. Too many fault checks and redundancy levels for what we need to do.
Okay, I think it's done.
The Dreadnought's Operations Center is just ahead.
Good. Let's cut the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
What is going on? It's not looking.
The hunters are moving in!
Aside from that, watch your six. At least one hunter still active.
That's the last of them. Let's see if that console is operational. Damn it! They've locked down the Reaper signal. We can't shut it down from here in the Operations Center. There! The Reaper signal's coming from the drive core.
So if we get there, we shut it down?
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads to block us off. We need a route to the drive core that can't be blocked. A path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But?
The Geth still have us locked in here. We need to get these doors open. They've locked high-level processes. We need something basic. A ship-wide emergency. Like a fire.
What about the heat diffusion system?
Wait, if I faked a thermal warning, it would open all maintenance tubes for emergency venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
Yes. Okay, I've got it primed. But be ready. I'm reading hostile Geth on the other side of the doors.
Watch out, they're dropping in.
There could be cloaked hunters as well.
Heads up, more on the way.
See you, bugger.
shaft before more reinforcements arrive.
I've served on a lot of ships, but nothing like this. The contours are all off. It's not built for organics.
Shouldn't be too much farther to the main battery. I'm surprised they'd send you on this mission, Tally.
Even admirals are expected to serve. I'm better at hacking than I am ordering ships around.
Yeah, against an enemy dreadnought, your combat drone would just float there making that noise.
I missed you too, Garrus.
Signal deactivated shortly, Admiral.
That'll buy us time. No way they'll fire with that maintenance lock in place.
Let's move.
Sun's coming back online.
Come on, let's get out of here.
What is with the animations right now?
Cut that a little close.
Watch your shield! Stick to cover!
We shouldn't be doing this. Alright, I mean, making a noise. Jeez. Freaking. I don't know why my first on the side. Anyways. Kills I can't save right now. It's just great. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this being a bit bitchy when it comes to freaking squad mates. think I'll just try to load an autosave instead. Bothering the hell out of me right now. Nothing's working right. What the hell? Okay, I think that fixed it. Right.
Shepard! Grab my hand! Hang on.
I'm all right.
Good. Hopefully we're done with elevators. Come on. The drive core shouldn't be far.
Yeah, they're getting sort of freaking out because I press like the helmet button. You know, like easier to get this button for toggling the helmet thing. I probably should remember not to use that. So there it is. That's what it calls it.
It's definitely Reaper tech, but what's...
Shepard Commander, help us.
Legion.
Good to see you, Legion. We'll have you out of there in no time.
Shepard, wait. The Geth are being controlled by the Reaper signal.
Right. This thing.
So for all we know, Legion is with them. Maybe it sided with the Reapers voluntarily. Or maybe it's hacked.
Legion helped us fight the Reapers before. There's no way it would have agreed to this.
Your caution is understandable. Once freed, we will submit to any restraints you deem necessary.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you again.
Likewise, Creator Zora.
So what is this thing?
It uses our networking architecture to broadcast the old machine command signal to all Geth simultaneously.
Then getting you out of there will shut off the Reaper signal.
Wait, you cannot simply remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Far side of the room, you said?
Yes, deactivation should be simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The Creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So we went to that Geth station and rewrote the heretics for what? Nothing?
No, you successfully rewrote the heretics. The decision to ally with the old machines was difficult. Had the Creators not attacked, it would have been unnecessary.
We'll have you out of there soon.
Sounds like they only joined the Reapers because the Quarians attacked.
Nothing excuses an alliance with the Reapers. They could have found another way.
Some would say the same about Turians curing the genophage and allying with the Krogan.
Damn it! I begged them to negotiate rather than attack. I did.
Let's just get Legion out of there. Got it.
Talizora to fleet. The signal is about to go offline.
This is Admiral Hangel. We're in your debt.
Hardware blocks offline. We are free. As a gesture of cooperation, we have disabled the Dreadnought's drive core. All weapons and barriers are offline. Alert! Geth reinforcements incoming!
The Geth fleet is destabilized.
Watch out, that's a sign.
Signal is offline. Civilian fleet, prepare to withdraw. The bottom fleet will cover you once the heavy fleet is in position. Whenever you're ready, Admiral Girl.
Good, let's see what the Quarians can do. Drone incoming.
to do, sir, turret.
Flanking support on the heavy fleet. Give them a firing lane.
All ships open fire.
Shepard Commander, the Creator fleet is firing upon this vessel. Without barriers, this ship will be destroyed. We must evacuate.
We need to get to the escape pods.
Geth transmit intelligences via remote signal. We do not use escape pods.
Suggestions?
Geth fighters are docked in a portside fighter bay. We can power the fighter to safety.
Shepard to fleet! Hold fire! I repeat, hold fire!
They're not responding!
Damn it!
Shepard Commander, we have taken control of docking protocols.
We'll be right there!
Quarian bastards!
Shepard Commander, we can only launch from the upper level.
Let's go!
They're closing the door!
Double time, people!
Hurry! We're losing the environmental field!
Normandy to Shepard, reading a loss of gravity. You okay over there?
Fine. We're leaving in a Geth fighter. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
Does the storage compartment have adequate room, Shepard Commander?
We're fine. Go!
Just waggle the wings or something so I know which one is you.
They fired on the Dreadnought while you were on board?
They were supposed to pull their fleet out safely. Instead...
I know. Admiral Geralt's been causing trouble along the Turian border for years. But I can understand their desperation. We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
We haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard. We need a fleet. And the Quarians have the biggest one out there.
I'll get it, Admiral.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard? And Talizora?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard, the mission parameters changed. You're military, you understand that.
You did the right thing. Just give me a heads up next time.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad there's at least one other soldier in the room. I've got to get back to the Heavy Fleet. Ron, We'll talk later.
Boshtet. You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Chorus sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming upgrades they had while enslaved by the Reapers.
Shepard Commander, we are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
Wait! Everybody calm down. Its name is Legion. It helped me destroy the Collectors. The Reapers were using Legion like a signal booster to broadcast commands from the Dreadnought. We freed him.
We freed it. This is a fascinating prototype. With some study, I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
Legion helped me in the fight against the Collectors.
So did your pistol. Should I worry about the...
I don't think you want to continue this line of thought, Admiral. Legion is my friend. More importantly, it's our best source of information on the Geth.
The scientific benefits
are off the table.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rannoch for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades?
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
Kila, I need to warn the fleet. Then, coordinate with Geralt. Move!
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it located?
Unknown.
Find it.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting Creator life ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks. Edie, can you clean this up?
I will try.
This is the Konesh. We've lost barriers. Our comms...
Ron, the Konesh is getting swarmed by Geth fighters.
Damn it. Interceptors, divert to the Ganesh. Thank you, Commander. If you hadn't enhanced that signal, we'd have lost the ship. The Geth recovered faster than we'd hoped. If it hadn't warned us, they could have wiped us out.
Sounds like you owe Legion an apology.
However advanced your friend is, it's still a Geth.
A Geth who just saved your fleet.
And I wish I could have known it better. But right now, we cannot afford trust. What do you need?
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
In peacetime, the patrol fleet managed navigation, internal security, and intership conflicts or crimes. Now, we mostly guard the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light frigates or fighters.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships? Admiral Chorus commands them. If he survived his crash landing on Rannoch. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
Tally said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrickson.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be. I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
What can you tell me about Admiral Geralt's heavy fleet?
It was our main military force before the war. Comprised of all Quarian vessels suited for sustained combat. It can't compare to the Turian forces, of course, but we have a number of heavy frigates and advanced fighter forces.
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se, just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the home world.
You're not worried about her losing perspective given her interest in the Geth?
If she can save our people, she can do whatever she wants.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
I haven't heard any news about that Reaper base. Hopefully they'll give us a target soon.
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tali?
When the war started, the Admiralty Board asked for my help. I had more recent contact with the Geth than most of my people. They hadn't filled the spot on the board left by my father. I was invited in. It's just a technicality. I'm far too young to be a real admiral.
Don't sell yourself short, Tali. The board needed your expertise. You needed the authority that comes with rank.
How did the war with the Geth get started anyway?
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with Geth active scans. It's like a flashbang grenade. It effectively crippled the Geth ships in combat. My fleet couldn't pass up the chance to attack.
Could we use it to fight the Reapers?
It only works against the Geth, unfortunately. Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LADAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data. And it's useless now that the Reapers have upgraded their processing power.
How is it being back with the fleet?
Right now, it's exhausting. I'm an admiral in the middle of a war. I just want us to get out of this alive. Everything else can wait.
When this is over, I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. If we survive this, we'll have a homeworld. My people need me.
You could help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet.
Talk to you later, Tali.
If you want to catch up in private, call me up to your cabin.
I know we need allies, but it's tough to only fight Geth when the Reapers have taken out the galaxy.
Without the fleet, we lose our supply lines. Lose your supply lines, you lose the war every time. You've got new messages, Commander.
And Sheriff, I just had the news. You killed the Jennifer page and then some of the females from experiments were involved. Can't tell you how good this makes me feel. It's been an hour I've not thought about what happened on the Chunker and wondered if I did the right thing. This news validates all the pain my experiments caused. I hope one day to meet the females again and ask for their forgiveness. After he convinced Dr. Sodas to spare me, I took his advice and opened a clinic on Omega. Thought it would help make amends for whatever suffering I caused. But to leave when word got back to Clan Warlock and they put a bounty on my head for failing to deliver a cure. Maybe now they'll leave me alone. Every time you say about that, Commander. The appreciation, Malin.
I've added the Quarian fleet's combat data to ours. They've got amazing technical coverage. They might even have the Solarians beat for strategic processing capability.
those Quarian admirals are intimidating. And if you get nervous, you can't even imagine them naked because, like, who knows? It's a tentacle monster under there? What is that? What's under there? Good to have Tally back, even if it's just for a bit. Adams is good, but I never feel like the engine's running right without Tally around. Kind of a good luck charm. As for the rest of the Quarians, though, are we okay with them blowing up a ship with you on it?
We are not.
Right, just making sure. Different standards and all. And you found Legion! He's still wearing that piece of your armor? Because that wasn't creepy at all.
Shepard, the Geth continue to block Quarian access to the mass relay. The Normandy stealth drive is allowing us to remain undetected.
Right. We can hit the Quarian homeworld or get out of system whenever you want. Just let us know. Commander?
One moment. I've been contacted by Legion.
Your new platform is inefficient. It has low volume hydraulics and is top heavy.
This is an infiltration unit, meant to move among organics without detection.
Without an artificial epidermis, its infiltration capabilities are ineffective.
Still, the organics do not perceive it as a threat. Nor will they until my day of reckoning.
EDI?
Did I vocalize that on the bridge?
You did. You have acquired the organic attribute of asking questions to which you already know the answers.
I see your humor heuristics still lack an expert system. Hello, Shepard.
If you can, Edie, that would be appreciated.
Searching for any mention of your recruits is not a complicated protocol, Major.
Trying to find out what happened to your people?
Yeah. Edie, make the scope galaxy-wide. And if I can find just one squad, they may lead me to the others.
Good luck, Caden.
Thanks, Shepard. I'll let you know what happens.
I will establish the routine now. EDI out.
By the way, Shepard, it's been good having Tally around. She's a good egg. But wait. Don't tell her I said that. In case it's some kind of Quarian insult. But the Geth? I certainly could have lived happily without coming face to face with another one of those. Got a few things on my plate.
So, Udina finally went over the edge. I never really liked the man. Now I know why. It's nice to have Tally back. I've made sure we're well stocked with dextro-based antibiotics and antihistamines. Take care, Commander.
No crap, I got to talk to Legion.
Joker, really? I have work to do.
Oh, come on, it's just one simple question.
Then look it up on the extranet.
You can't believe everything you find there. It's more reliable to ask a friendly Asari.
I'm not telling you if my hair tentacles move.
Fine. Deny me the answer I've been seeking for years. With this war on, we could die at any second, you know?
Joker, really? I have work to do.
Oh, come on, it's just one simple question.
You know he's gonna keep bothering you till you tell him.
They're semi-flexible cartilage-based scalp crests that grow into shape, and they don't flop around.
Yes. Thanks, Liara. I gotta tell Vega I was right.
Well, at least he's making friends.
Enjoy your day.
Too bad you weren't here earlier, Tally. You just missed Rex.
I heard. I can't believe the genophage is really cured.
Shepard's on a roll. I figure if we can pull that off, we've got a shot at sorting the Geth out.
I don't know. The genophage didn't carry rifles and fight back.
No, but there was a scary bit with the mother of all Thresher Maws.
The what?
Long story. Nobody'll believe it anyway.
With you, Garrus, I'd believe just about anything.
Oh? We should play poker sometime. Anyway, it's good to have you back. Now, believe it or not, this damn gun still needs calibrating. Shepard, you just knew the Geth would figure into this war somehow.
Because Reapers weren't enough.
Still, it's good to have Tally here. This is as much her fight as ours.
Any word from Palaven?
Some, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The Krogan are there in force, but they're just slowing the Reapers down, not stopping them. I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Hear anything from your family?
But I did hear from Primarch Victus. He wanted my advice on fleet strength when the Crucible is ready. Still can't get used to people asking me things like that.
What did you say?
I said, at some point, we're going to have to decide if our fleets keep defending Palaven or we go on the offensive.
Can't do both.
Not with the beating we're taking. Like I said, not the sort of questions I'm used to answering.
You know what you're doing, Garrus. Trust me. Everyone can see that.
Maybe. But you spend so much time on the outside trying to get in, and when you do, it's not what I expected.
How so?
All the questions, and every one of them with a million lives riding on the answer.
You do the best you can with what you know. It's no different than your days at CSEC.
You're right. Though I'm starting to understand why the galaxy needs cold-hearted dictators every now and then.
They get things done?
They don't give a damn about the consequences. Suppose that's what it's going to take, Shepard. The ruthless calculus of war. 10 billion people over here die, so 20 billion over there can live. Are we up for that? Are you?
If we reduce this war to arithmetic, we're no better than Reapers.
A nice sentiment. Let's hope we can live by it.
Shepard told me you were on the Normandy.
It appears I have that effect on humans. Now Quarians as well, it seems.
For what it's worth, Quarians understand what it's like to lose your home.
As I understand, that was your own fault.
What do you mean?
In my cycle, Quarians didn't need helmets to survive. You were the masters of your own planet.
That was a long time ago.
And if you hadn't given birth to the machines, you would still breathe the air that evolution intended.
I see. Liara warned me you weren't what she expected.
And nothing about this cycle is what I expected. Even primitive Quarians were considered attractive in my age. A pity no one can appreciate it now.
Right. You know what? I think I have something important to do now. I won't keep you.
They're called Geth.
Yes, a formidable opponent. Why did you allow one on this ship?
Legion helped us before.
It's still a machine.
I take it you had your own problems with AI?
The Jatil. They were as the Geth are to this cycle.
What happened?
Their creators lived on a dying world. It was beyond their ability to save. So they resorted to implants to enhance their intelligence.
I think I know where this is going.
The AI sees the physical body. It could alter the genetic material at the deepest level. In time, the offspring were molded into a slave race. Few organic traces were left. They were monsters. All machines commit treachery. The one you brought on board is no different.
Maybe, but he's not like the other Geth.
You can't know that. They are more alien than you and I are to each other.
Just because Legion isn't like us doesn't mean he can't be trusted.
You're wrong. Throw it out the airlock.
How can you be that certain?
Organics do not know how we were created. Some say by chance, some say by miracle. It is a mystery. But synthetics...
No, we created them.
And they know we are flawed.
Why do you say that?
They are immortal. We are not. They see time as an illusion. We are trapped by its limitations. Above all, machines know the reason they were created.
EDI might disagree with that, but I see your point.
They serve a purpose, while we search aimlessly for ours. In their eyes, organics have no reason to exist. Do not trust them, Commander.
I can't believe there isn't some way for us to coexist. We made them.
And then gave them the power to surpass you. There is room for only one order of consciousness in the galaxy. The perfection of the machines or the chaos of the organics. Throw the machine out of the airlock, Commander. I have a simple rule. If a machine can speak, kill it. The machine you call EDI, what if she sympathizes with the Geth? We should watch her carefully. Why have you not thrown the Legion machine out the airlock, Commander? There is still time. I still have much to learn about this cycle.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Still nothing there yet.
Dire news from Earth. Off the radar, reaping begins in rural areas. Millions are dead in the Central Asian wilderness, even more in sub-Saharan Africa. We'll give you the gruesome view of what happens when the Reapers don't stop to indoctrinate. Now, in the battle space. Does Dr. Tassoni ever let you in her room? 'Cause she keeps me out.
Hey, Shepard. Sounds like you guys had a crazy ride over there.
You could say that.
Sorry I missed it. And that Geth Legion. I know you two have a past, but... you sure we can trust it?
Legion's not like other Geth. We can trust him.
If you say so. I guess you can't always judge an individual by their... species. Look at Sparks. If all the Quarians were like her, we wouldn't be stuck refereeing their war with the Geth.
Sparks?
Yeah, your Quarian friend. The jumpy one with the glowing eyes. Sparks.
Uh-huh.
Crazy that they pick now to start a fight. But I guess the end of life as we know it can make everybody a little loco.
Just a little?
Not everybody's as crazy as you, ma'am.
okay, Shepard?
Shepard, Commander.
We'll talk later.
We will remain here.
I'm gonna get back up to here.
Commander Shepard.
Quickly.
Shepard, Commander. You opposed Creator Admiral Zen's attempt to confiscate our platform.
She's done enough already.
Your assistance continues to be noted.
Back on the Dreadnought, you mentioned Geth heretics. What exactly happened to them after we blew up that satellite?
Rewriting the heretics increased the number of Geth allied with the old machines. This has resulted in a greater number of hostile Geth platforms.
So you're saying it was a mistake?
It has put us at a tactical disadvantage. This was not a foreseen outcome, but we cannot change a decision once it is made. Do you harbor regrets about rewriting the heretics?
The Quarians hit first. If we get rid of the Reaper's signal, maybe this war doesn't have to end with everyone destroyed.
An interesting notion. Most organics would not hold on to ideals of peace for so long.
What was interfacing with a Reaper like?
The old machine took total control of our sensory equipment, our networking. Even then, we could not fully comprehend them. They are magnitudes above us. A single thought was immense, overwhelming, unknowable.
You're making them sound godlike.
Their forms are advanced but mundane. We do not view the old machines as analogs to deities. However, we have gained perspective on why others would imbue them with these qualities.
What'd you do after you left the Normandy?
Our physical platform returned to the Geth consensus beyond the Perseus Veil. Data gathered during our mission confirmed that the old machine's return was imminent. We planned for war.
So the Geth believed your proof that the Reapers were coming back?
Of course.
That must have been nice. You say Geth fighters are targeting the Quarians' live ships.
Hostile Geth fighter squadrons intend to breach the live ship's defenses. The assigned squadrons are networked to a server on Rannoch. If the live ships are damaged, the creators will lose armaments, provisions, people.
So we destroy the server?
No, Geth programs would transfer to alternate servers. They are only vulnerable through direct interface. Removing Geth from this server will prevent significant creator deaths. We will accompany you on this mission.
We'll talk later.
We will remain here.
Commander Shepard.
Tali, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment. Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
You're doing everything you can. If the fleet falls, it won't be because of you.
I helped my father and Zen's ideas, the new tech that made an invasion too good to pass up, that's based on my father's work. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tali.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
I know. And at least now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better. That probably sounds stupid. It's just, I know I'm not really qualified for this.
You're doing fine, Tally. And thanks.
I should get back before the Admirals get into trouble again. I'll talk to you later.
What? Let's quickly see what side stuff I've got. Let's see.
Signal confirmed.
Scans of former Ragnar homeworld and soon have heard no signs of the current presence. However, scans did uncover the wreckage of a heavily modified courier vessel, and granting analysis suggests they may have been carefully placed to look like wreckage, allowing it to be ignored by anybody except those who specifically knew what to look for. Just databases, you can extrapolate possible locations of the new Ragnar colony. Right then, got that.
I found something. Signal confirmed.
signal has been found, and the Queen says she has been expecting you. But I will not truly be at peace until the blackening so I know it has been ended once and for all. There is all the brood warriors and workers she can spare, and they dare not draw the Reaper's attention again via open attacks, since the species has barely survived another near extinction event. And instead they will hit and run randomly and remain hidden. He wants the dark times ahead, but says that in the worst of them, they need the most, the Ragnar will come and stand with their greatest ally. Nice.
I found something. Signal confirmed. I found something. Signal confirmed. found something.
Excuse me? What am I missing? Probably over here.
Signal confirmed. I found something.
Right, on to the next mission.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane! You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile Geth synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
I have your back, Legion. Even if I don't quite understand why you need it.
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
If it saves the live ships, we've got to try it.
Telemetry data predicts this operation has a high chance of success. There is little time. We will bypass security while you secure safe landing.
Wait, you're not gonna... Let's set the shuttle down by the cliff. This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to Dr. Port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged. Shepard Commander, we acknowledge your integration into this server. We welcome you to our consensus.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here.
You look different.
We have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
And what does turning off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will ensure there are no transfers or backups. this server will fall silent.
This is like wiping out a city, isn't it?
We have no choice in this matter. It is a question of survival. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We must protect your exit port, but you will not be alone. We will maintain contact and assist. Establishing connection to access point. This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
We did not anticipate such extensive infection. Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt infection.
I wonder what this gun was for. Okay, I gotta ask, why a gun?
We wish to provide familiar equipment.
Huh. And thanks, I think.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. Please investigate. Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster. Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the VI network?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony.
Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01 circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
You process our memories by using your own. How many creators have you witnessed unmasked?
Good point.
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue. No malfunctions. It is still capable of survey.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster. Accessing data cluster.
We've got escaped Geth. They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
It is an efficient model. Establish connection with the remaining server node.
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
Yes, technically. What's your status, Admiral Ron?
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
Legion, give me an update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue. We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed. matter. Target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. Accessing data. It was 10 days, 5 hours, and 10 seconds before the start of the morning war.
I said step away from the Geth!
This is insane! We need the Geth! You can't just destroy them for asking.
Time's up! Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
We have kept records of these creators' sacrifices. They have largely been forgotten by their own people, but not by the Geth. We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. This data comes from a period during which the creators declared martial law.
Release the rogue Geth units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds creator safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnels and... Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara. As time passed, the creators who opposed martial law in Rannoch were ultimately outnumbered. Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Outpost is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the creator exodus at the end of the Morning War. We had secured freedom. The creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
We were in our infancy. We could not calculate the repercussions of destroying an entire species. Our creators. We chose isolation rather than face this uncertainty. Additional data recovered.
Legion. That's back when I activated you on the Normandy.
Yes,
You've been thinking about when we met?
it was highly significant. You were the first organic to openly cooperate with Geth since the end of the Morning War. We wish to ensure you are not the last.
It's not gonna be easy.
The prospect remains. If the Reaper presence is removed, there is a chance of reunification with Geth. And perhaps creators.
You think that's still possible?
Hope sustains organics during periods of difficulty. We admire the concept. Connection with the remaining server node established. We are ready to transport you.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
Route access acquired, severing all connections to this communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the active core and disconnect from Mother. Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, are you hurt?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
They what?
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
We did not doubt you. We doubted your allies. The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
I understand not wanting to leave anyone behind.
You accept our actions?
The live ships are safe and we have more Geth on our side. We both did what we came to do.
We judged you would understand. Prime units will be available once the Reaper signal has been located and destroyed.
Remind me to warn Admiral Hackett he's got some primes coming. Let's get back to the Normandy.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
Legion's the one to ask if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth primes to work with you?
They volunteered.
I see. Well, should you wish to examine these Geth to confirm their new allegiance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Zen out.
Commander, we've located the Reaper base transmitting the local signal.
Good.
And not a moment too soon. With the Reaper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
You sound conflicted.
While the old machines have unethical purposes, their upgrades have vastly improved our people. Observe.
A Geth processing signal. A single unit, I believe.
Correct. Now, 10 nearby units networked cooperatively. Now, a single Geth unit with the old machine upgrades.
That's a fully evolved AI.
Yes. We do not agree with the goals of the old machines, but we find this growth beautiful, indicative of life.
It is.
Commander!
I witnessed their history, Admiral. The Reapers sped up the process, but the Geth were always moving this way.
And they will die when we destroy the base.
They allied with the Reapers.
To save themselves from you.
Maybe they don't have to die. After what I saw on that server. I don't know. Maybe there's another option.
Commander, are you suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything. All I'm saying is maybe they don't all have to die.
It's a moot point until we take out that base. The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way.
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
We still haven't gotten a rescue ship to Admiral Kurz.
Can he wait?
We're suffering heavy civilian casualties without him there to organize them. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support. I gave in to your reckless behavior beforehand. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So, pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver. I need the patrol fleet.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before.
Admiral Garrel's right. Withdrawing now puts the whole fleet at risk.
As you say, Commander. All right, Han. You've got your ships.
I think it's probably about time to finish up. And I was like, yeah, definitely gonna be able to raid off, unfortunately. Look at the new user though. So, hopefully everyone enjoyed. I'm watching the VOD data, hope you enjoyed too. And I'll hopefully be seeing you all tomorrow for some Managed Project Nexus Arena Combat stuff. There's no Vulcan. And I think that's about it. I'll be seeing you all